So now the lobsters arrive from the ocean and they're brought into the tank room,
Right.
and they're placed in some water. How long can lobsters survive out of water?
Generally about 72 hours.
About 72 hours, the lobster can be out of its element.
Right. We ship to Japan, 38-hour flight, and we have less than 2% mortality.
First class to Japan?
Always.
Now, what's the key to keeping a lobster alive before it gets on the flight?
Well, we keep the lobsters in the water, of course. We wait until the last possible minute to take them out of the water, to put them in a box to ship. The gel packs keep the temperature down, and the less handling, the better.
Is the water treated?
Our water is aerated, which means we pump air into the water, and that helps the lobsters process the oxygen that's in the water through their gills more efficiently. And that helps them to be less stressed while they're in the water.
They're packed away neatly into the crates, and then who provides your shipping?
Domestically, we use Federal Express cross-country. For overseas shipments, we use the domestic airlines.
That's great. Do the lobsters get peanuts? So you have the Lobster Trap Seafood Distribution, where you ship lobsters, and now obviously we are sitting in the Lobster Trap restaurant.
Right, the Lobster Trap restaurant and retail has been here for the 36 years that the wholesale's been here. It's traditional clam shack with clam shack fare, but a lot of untraditional items that you wouldn't normally expect to get at a clam shack.
And that's what Chef Dan provides.
Right, Chef Dan's signature crab cakes with Asian slaw, a panko crusted chicken, a baked stuffed sole with Newburgh sauce. You don't typically see that. In July, he was rolling sashimi rolls.
Which is a form of sushi.
Right, with plenty of wasabi.
With plenty of wasabi. We really got up close and personal with Chef Dan, and he seems to be somebody who's always kind of reinventing the chef wheel.
Dan is always out there on the cutting edge. He has a lot of friends who work at country clubs, city high fancy restaurants, white tablecloth restaurants, so he's always in on what's new.
Right, he's always in the latest trend.
Right.
And I know that you guys, they work very hard next door with the lobsters and taking care of the lobsters. You guys kind of roll in here at lunchtime, and
every day in the summer we're here, every day.
What's on the menu, Chef Dan? You know, I grew up in New England. I've seen some pretty big lobsters today. When we were kids, we'd go to vacation, Martha's Vineyard. I always think about the movie Jaws. Do you think there's a remote chance with the internet that there's a rogue lobster out there somewhere?
You're not just talking about a lobster. You're talking about a Homarus americanus giganticus.
You know, Madden, the lobsters got eyes that are lifeless. They got the tentacles. Perhaps they were using a little Barry Bonds cream. They could be big, huge. The lobster's gonna swallow you whole. So it's a New England tradition. Gotta go down to Cape Cod. You have to go to the Lobster Trap. You come over the bridge, you stop in, say hi to Dave Madden, your partners. You got a great wait staff here, friendly service. Come by and say hi to Dan the chef. And you also have a seafood fish market.
We have a retail market that over the years, it's been here just as long as the restaurant and the wholesale. Over the years, we've had most of the high school kids all working here. They offer traditional New England fare, the cod, the haddock, the sole, the swordfish, the sea scallops, the tuna. They make a great clam chowder that you can have while you're waiting if the place is busy.
So it's a great place. I'm sure you've had kids who have worked here when they were teenagers. Now they've gone on to college, and they bring their families back, and they come out and dine here and enjoy a great meal.
It's a great spot, and we have seen a lot of the kids grow up here right in front of our eyes. We've had people from all over the world come in here to, people send us pictures of themselves in Japan and China, Korea, Europe wearing Lobster Trap t-shirts. It's pretty neat.
People say when they come to the East Coast, I have to go to Boston, and then their next stop is
Cape Cod. And if you come to Cape Cod, you have to come to the Lobster Trap.
So you've done a great job today. You really, you acted like you own it. You're a natural on camera. But are you ready to get grilled?
It's time to Get Grilled on Grill Seekers. We'll ask the questions, and you give us the answers. So bone up, appetite.
I didn't get that memo, but I'm ready. Bring it on.
Are most lobsters right clawed or left clawed?
Yes.
Question number 2. Do lobsters get seasick? Do lobsters ever get separation anxiety?
I could give you the answer without you doing that.
Has anyone ever told you you look like Richard Dreyfuss?
No.
Do you have a nickname?
Richard Dreyfuss.
Boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
Thin Oprah, chubby Oprah.
Chubby Oprah.
Ginger or Marianne?
Marianne.
At the end of the day, when the lights go out, what's the last thing that goes through your mind? Do lobsters dance in your head?
No.
At Easter time, do all your kids get little lobsters?
Yes.
Does your wife love the smell of seafood?
It's the smell of money.
I love that.
Some of today's questions on Get Grilled were selected and chosen by an unpaid intern. It's fully understood and acknowledged that some of these questions will be answered. Others will get laughed off. Haha! And others will get the occasional blank stare. Dave Madden from The Lobster Trap, you just got grilled, but now something smells fishy.
So you have the retail market, David, that's open 6 days a week.
Right.
And you have obviously fresh lobster, you have clam chowder, you have fish, you have scallops.
Right, we're closed on Mondays. It's the traditional New England fare. We've got the haddock, the scallops, the salmon, swordfish, yellowtail flounder, and cod, the fish that gave Cape Cod its name, along with shrimp and shellfish, and some homemade stuffed items.
Some of Chef Dan's specialty items are here. I see the crab cakes are here.
You can buy the crab cakes, you can buy the fish cakes, you can buy stuffed quahogs.
That's great. And also, I mean, obviously, you know, I have relatives who live in Florida,
Right.
And they don't get the traditional New England style
Right.
flavor of seafood. For a birthday, I like to maybe send my brother a lobster.
Sure. A lot of people don't realize that we have a website. They think that because we're selling to thousands of restaurants and supermarkets across the country, that that's all we do. We only cater to that. But we actually have a very big home delivery service. So you can go to our website and you can buy Chef Dan's crab cakes or the stuffed quahogs or fish cakes or any of the fish on the counter. We offer New England clam bakes where you can buy lobsters and shellfish, steamers, anything you could think of, we could ship to you.
And what is your website?
It's www.lobstertrap.com.
Lobstertrap.com. And if I wanted to get one lobster,
Right.
the Lobster Trap will send me, ship me, bring me a fresh lobster,
Right.
just like we caught today.
The FedEx truck will back up to our door today, and you'll have it tomorrow at your door by 3:30.
Can I get a bib?
You can get a bib and crackers.
You got a deal.
Nice job, Dave. When we come back, we step into Manland as Dave Madden from The Lobster Trap shows off his man cave on Grill Seekers.